Hi guys, how you doing? This is the part 2 of the Sellapy brand ambassador video walkthrough. If you missed the part 1 of this video, I would advise you to watch the video before you come to this part 2, because this part 2 is where you'll be able to set up your store and wait for Sellapy to review your store and approve it. Then you can start customizing and progressing to add product to your store. So let's continue with the part 2 of the video. So once you are able to log in successfully, I'm very sure if you watch the video you know how we land on the seller dashboard. You need to navigate to store profile. So because I have already completed this store profile pre this video, I'm just going to explain how I did it and what you must do on your own store, because it's definitely going to be a brand new store as you watch this video. So you need to have created the correct store banner, which is the recommended there is 1200 by 400 in size. So make sure you design it correctly to meet your store brand, to meet the type of brand you want to build on Sellapy. Make sure your store color, your brand color align well with whatever brand you are trying to build. Don't just build anyhow banner. Make sure your banner represents you. Make sure it speaks to the brand you are building. You can see for this store, which is about men's grooming, the name of the store is King Groom, and you can see the way the banner is designed as built for beards, made for kings. I think that really rings a bell. So but before I continue with that explanation, let me just show you the necessary thing or detail you need to fill into your store for your store to be replicated and stand for the brand you are trying to build. So you can see that you need to enter your full name again, which is your store image now, which is different from your personal image you used to sign up. This one is actually your store brand that you are building. Say for example, you want your store name to be different from the real name you will be using as is, so you can actually just rename it to whatever name you want to carry as the store brand manager or as the store brand ambassador. So then you enter your store name, in this case is King's Groom. Then I want to believe that prior to trying to create your store profile, you should have already created a template of what your store stand for. You should have write your brand story. You could have make a video or a record of how your store stand out, how your store speak to your audience or to the niche you are trying to build. So in this case, you can see that this store have created a precise store description, which actually stand for the brands the store stand for, the niche the store is serving, who the brand is for, who are the targeted customers, who are the avatars, and what the store stand for. You can see they have summarized it in a very sensible way. Then you continue to fill in all other necessary fields like the country, the city you are located, your address, your zip code. Just for clarity, in your storefront or when customer want to reach out to you, only your country we show there. So there's feel free to fill in other information, but only your country will show on the storefront, so that any buyer buying your product will know where your store is located. This is very important, but all other information will be secured on our platform, and no buyer can actually just access that anyhow, for clarity. And you can see that only the email address that is not editable. Every other thing on the store profile can be amended. In case you want to refine your store later on in the future, you can refine your store logo, your store banner, your store description to fit in with what you stand for. So to finalize it, you have to now make sure you upload the correct store or shop logo that fits or that meets your brand as well. So, and you can always change this anytime as well. And after completing this detail, you must make sure you save it correctly. Once you click the save button, you should receive a success alert on the screen which will show store updated successfully. If you click on the save button and you didn't receive that save alert, that means there is something missing on this store profile page. Make sure you receive that, you see that screen pop up alert, then you have finished or successfully completed your store profile. But that is not enough. Once this is done, Sellapy team will be notified that you have now created a store on Sellapy, and they will review your store. If your store meets the expected standard that is expected on the platform, then they will now approve your store, and you receive an email to notify you that your store has been approved or rejected. If rejected, they will tell you what is missing or what you need to do correctly, and you amend it and submit, save it again, and they will review and they will now approve your store. This is quite a simple step, but if you don't do it, your store will not be able to be displayed on Sellapy and it might not be approved. And without your store approval, you won't be able to add product on your store. What do I mean by that? For example, if you click on all products, which is where you will navigate to where all your store products will be displayed, for example, and this is the same page you'll be able to add a product. If your store is not approved and you navigate to this page and you want to create a product, you will do all the hard work by entering all the product data. But when you get to the point where you click create product, you will find out that you cannot create this product. The button will not be functional, not because there is an error, it's because your store has not been approved yet. Then your store will not be able to add products successfully. Only when your store is approved, that's when you can then be able to create or add product to your store. This step is very important. This is why I have to explain to you over and over again, so that you will not be frustrated when you want to use our platform and you'll be saying, oh, this platform is not working right. No, we assure you that the platform is working right. You just need to wait for the necessary approval before you proceed to the next stage. Anyway, if you make it so far on this video, I believe you will be able to make to create a seller account. Then you'll be able to create a store profile, and where you'll be able to create a branded store successfully. Thank you so far. I will see you in the next video, where I will be taking you through how you can add a product that is well branded with necessary discount bundles, and how you present it with beautiful images that your buyer will be enticed with, and in order to place order. I will see you in the next video. Thank you.